Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. This is Martin here with this morning, the US SMARTRobie. That's right. Now, of course, many people do not like to see what's happening to the US market. As I said before, from our last episode, which we did 2 weeks ago, we were expecting market distributing and before breaking down to what we see in stage 4. So let's take a look at what we have this morning in our US market in terms of the S&P 500 and also Nasdaq. Let's take a look at where we are. So on the chart, let me just switch to a bigger chart on my screen here, and definitely you can see, switching to a 1 month here, the market since that red pentagon, all right, this red pentagon that we have on the 4th of April, market were breaking down further down to what we've seen today, which is the 19th of April, continue to be on the downtrend. Now, this is something that I feel that which is already been warned before, which is a very good correction market. If you see, like I've been, documenting and sharing many of the US market, it has a very nice correction where you can get, and NVIDIA actually fall 10% last Friday, and that's actually, it's a good thing actually. But I do think that the falling will continue also, so you just have to wait for that green pentagon. At the same time, to make it easier, what for reading the chart is that using the red and the green pentagon for beginners, especially those of you who is watching, will help you to time the market better. If you go back to the last 3 months that you've seen here, you can see that green pentagon that happened on the 4th of March will kind of insightful, and the market did push up, and before it breaks back down to 4th of April, almost exactly 1 month. So let's take a look at our agenda this morning, which market breaking down away since the last episode, and so far we've seen this is definitely one of the longest downtrend. Let me just switch to a 1 month chart here, and you can see been down 13 bars, all right? And for the S&P 500, so we will also review some of our stage 2 share, but as I said before, the backdrop, if the market is falling, some of these stocks will also fall too. You can look for some good stocks, quality stocks collecting some dividend while we're undergoing it. And of course, SmartRobie, the US market is powered by Pentagon Guider, right, which is what we are. So let's take a look at the news that drive the market so far. So a lot of analysts are saying the S&P 500 is still up from, of course, November, but from year to date, this big sell-off that we've seen are really pushing the market. And why is this so? It's because of this man that you see above, is that the US Feds won't cut rates. Financial conditions are still very, very loose, in the sense that inflation is continue to be very, very high, and we have seen this is definitely one of the reason why the market is really sort of holding up where it is. Let me just share with you where is likelihood the interest rate just after this slide. Okay, and you can see the 3 month, everything has fallen off except for energy sectors, which still remain the 19.8. It's either the energy versus everything else, right? And energy, we have seen the Israel and Iran conflict has also kept the energy prices high, as well as gold prices too, still maintaining high from that standpoint. On a year to date, same story. You can see pretty much everything is on really in the two-step economy segment here. All right, this is what I mean. Let me just go back to here. You can see just on top here, 14% up, and the remaining is in the single digit in here. And that's also reflective on our US index indicator, all right, which is on our VSA 360. If you have not got hold of the VSA 360, you can do so. You can see pretty much of everything that you see, every additional of consumer, right? Everything is in red pentagon, okay? Red pentagon. So what's causing this is because of the higher uptick that we see for the month of March, which is moving from 3.15 to 3.48. So the inflation is pushing it up, and that's why we see a lot of stocks are not taking it as it is, and the market breaks off. But there are good hopes. That's a silver lining, and ECB, which is the Europe central banks, are looking to cut rates as they see they are also moderating in this market here. Okay, so that's something positive if the Europeans are looking to cut rates, maybe that will also change the mind of the US Federal Reserve. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones of our, since the Red Pentagon that appeared on the early April, okay, which is almost 3 weeks, broke through the 38,000 that you've seen here, right, which is the 38,000, this blue line here, and also trend line still falling. The only up good positive is that we have this spring, which is still in the early stages, that will sort of arrest the market from really going to the downwards, and will probably rebound back. But you can see the trend line are going downwards. Look for sign of strength right now, but it's not just going to go straight up. We'll still have the month of May to go to, which is usually what we call sell in May and go away, which is still turning really bearish, right? But something that we expected. Nasdaq, similar story. You can see from here, still turning downtrend after hitting 1850, broke through the 1760 and still pointing downwards. Railway track crossing down, so more downside in the coming months, and also broke down because of the interest rate, which we just talked about in here. And similar story also for S&P 500, which we talked about earlier on, did have another sell-off, so that sell-off will likely to push through. As you can see, the market stages has turned to the negative side, so we are in stage 4 distribution, right? Stage 4 distribution in here. We might see a bit of support at 5k, but we have to check the chart day on day basis to see whether the market will turn. Now let's look at the stage 2 share, which is still an uptrend with the backdrop of the market turning upwards. Many of these stocks may just hold. So let's look at RTX from what we had previously, which is defense maker, okay, defense contractor, okay, RTX. My finger is not pressing it. Okay, let's look at the chart here. You can see on the left hand side. So RTX is definitely on the uptrend. 101 right now is 101, still holding up, despite the market sell-off. It's just stayed on. XOM is the other, which is ExxonMobil, and on this month, which we noticed the beginning of the sell-off on the 4th of April, 121 now is 119, just dropped slightly, and pretty much the same story. So this week, for episode 22nd, I haven't put it up yet, but I'm going to show you here. So we're going to go to the stage 2 shares, right? And we have also very similar energy sectors. We have craft, we got consumer defense, American Express, and Progressive, right? So this is something that I will put up definitely in the coming days. So you can see from here we have PGR, American Express, AXP. Okay, let's take a look at AXP here. On the stock chart, American Express card here. And they did shoot up. Oh, a nice green pentagon pushing up here. It's been an uptrend, pull back in here, and check it out on the SmartRobie. Make sure you check it out in there. Some of these are very, very good stocks. Okay, that's a nice price gain in here. We will come back and look at it in 2 weeks time. So alright, don't forget to subscribe to our daily newsletter if you're not. And also for our Muslim friends, check out the US Shia Compliance. This is public information. It's available on wahid.com, HLAL, and that's a holding there. So check out the Excel spreadsheet and find some of those stocks correspond to the SmartRobie, which may enable you to buy some stocks. So let's look at the Robie FA stocks. On the last episode, 8 of April, we were looking at Dell, 2.5%, and Hershey, which pays a 2.8% dividend. So this was Dell, and then finally, of course, with the sell-off, we have Red Pentagon, but still holding up because of the good prospect going ahead with the so-called AI center, data center, which is ongoing. Next one is Hershey, which is a chocolate, but again, Hershey broke back down to Red Pentagon, back to the support at 184, which is just not ready to move up. Right. For this week, we have PepsiCo, 22nd of April. Let's take a look at PepsiCo. And you can see on the left-hand side of the chart, market is still side of moving in here, some great support, but again, it's still pretty much a stage 1. Not too sure that this PepsiCo can break above the 174. You can see we have triple top on the 174. If we do break it, then we might see a beginning of a stage 2. So let's keep our finger crossed that they're able to break through here. Lots of support right now at 168. Next is Peabody or BTU. Again, sideways market. As I said before, some of the bigger stocks, big name stocks like Nvidia is slightly trending down, but this one is sort of holding up at $22, sort of pop up its head here, but you got resistance at 27, lots of upthrust, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means this will be a real resistance mark in here. Okay, so I do think that their dividend payout for American company, 3% and 1.3% each. Alright, so unique proposition, set up the SmartRobie with the green Pentagon for up signal and red Pentagon for down signal in here. Alright, for those of you who are looking to buy some share like Nvidia, put it into your watch list, and if those magnificent shares turn green Pentagon, you might want to just take a look at it using the watch list that we have alert to you and coming into you from SmartRobie, and check out our other features that we have in our SmartRobie apps and our partnership with the USMart. Definitely you can check it out and sign up with them for USMart using our code that you see in here and get 400 credit for our SmartRobie. Alright, so as a summary, the US market is turning downwards after the expectation of the interest rate may be delayed or not happening until end of 2024. Market are pricing in these changes that we're seeing right now, and that's why we see the correction in here. But again, it's good to collect, good time to collect those tech stocks. Like I said, Nvidia, you can check it out in here, which fall 10% on last Friday. It will continue to fall further. Right, just don't go in and collect it. Right, wait for the pullback, wait for the green Pentagon, then do that. So let me just show you here. You can see switch to a 1 month chart, and you can see that big sell-off is just the beginning of a stage 4 markdown. All right, so members in here, and some of the things we have learned from our last month, 30th of March, we are bringing it into our practical situation where our members start exploring using virtual trading, using a lot of our VSA indicators and trade ideas to build their own trade follower and following some of the trade idea that I have. So you can start that through our CV3. Of course, our members do check out and join our CV3 in here and orientate to be a full-fledged trader that is continuing to make consistent profit in here. So get your investor need assessment. You have not done so, right, through our website here, and that Bitcoin, we see whether you're ready or not. And our success story continues using our products in here, and we're very happy with it. So we'll come to our segment in here. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also check out some stocks. If you have them, let me know in here what stocks do you like. No, I'm ready to review them. Alright, if there's no stocks to review, thank you for coming, and I'll see you this coming Wednesday for our live Facebook. Alright, thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it. Happy trading.